And now,
Hello and welcome back to the Oh No, What Have You Done podcast. It's me, Alex, and Lucas and Jared. Eric is not here because reasons.
and he hasn't done a story this time either,
And
so...
he gets beaten up.
Yeah. Don't worry, we will record him being beat up, don't worry.
Yes.
Now.
Maybe face reveal as well.
The theme for this week was that you or your character gets a superpower of your choosing. The objectives were that you must make a character have an accent of some kind, and when you speak the character's dialogue, you must do it in that accent.
Yes.
The next was you must have 3 similes. Basic. Cool.
Yep.
And then you must use alliteration 5 times, and every alliteration must have 3 words in it.
So, Spanky Silver Snakes.
Okay.
I'm just giving you so much.
So Eric chose those, but he's not here, so he's dumb.
So, yeah, that's why we're beating him up, because he's
He
a big
didn't,
dumb.
he didn't complete his own objectives.
Dumb.
Just
Stupid.
stupid.
So who should choose who goes first?
Yeah, you
Jared
won last time,
can,
right?
because he won the entire season.
No. Who do you want to hear? Bad Scottish accent or whatever the heck I have?
Bad Scottish.
Okay.
Bad Scottish is big.
I'd like to say I'm sorry if I offend anyone because I'm bad at all accents, even my own.
Shut up.
What do you mean you're bad at your own accent? You don't.
Have an accent,
Exactly.
exactly. Exactly. You see.
Okay.
I
Just go.
Hello, laddies and lassies. Mr. Borgin Smurfs boomed throughout the classroom. Bart flinches awake as he looks up to see Mr. Borgin Smurfs writing on the board. The shrill, sharp scratch of the chalk pierces his ears. Wishing it would stop, he covers his ears in frustration. Once the sound has subsided, he hears Mr. Borgin Smurfs talking. Hey, we will be learning about a Roman Empire. History was Bart's most hated class. To him, it was like watching paint dry. Eventually, he fell into a sort of stupor, hearing only a distant drone of Mr. Bergensmith's voice. Bart, follow me, you rectangine. Pay attention. Bart was jolted awake, dazed. He could see the blurry image of Mr. Borgensmith's face floating in front of him. He could hear the whole class laughing and jesting at him. Now royally annoyed, Bart sat up. Apparently satisfied, Mr. Borgensmith walked back to the front of the classroom. Over the next few minutes, Bart caught people snickering and sneaking glances at him, clearly making fun of him. Now enraged, a thought drifted across his mind. I wish you would all just jump out a window. All of a sudden, everyone stood up and started charging towards the windows. Mr. Borgensmith was the first to jump. Bart screamed out in shock, hearing the impact 5 stories down. One after another, people started leaping through the glass, not caring for their safety, like lemmings jumping off a cliff. Bart stood up, trying to stop people from jumping. Eventually he yelled, "Everybody stop!" Now everyone was just standing there, in their last pose, many people teetering on the windowsill. It didn't even look like they were breathing. Confused with what was happening, Bart sat down and tried to gather his thoughts. After a few minutes of contemplation, he heard a thud next to him. He turned to see a girl lying on the ground, dead. They started dropping like flies. "Bumbling, busting barnacles!" Bart exclaimed as he ran out of the classroom. He was yelling as he ran down the hallway. He heard a teacher behind him ask, What is all this darn ding-dang noise about?" This, however, just made him run faster, wishing that the teacher would leave. He heard a door close behind him. He bolted out the front doors, running onto the street, causing many cars to swerve. Not stopping, he continued running forward, certain he somehow committed murder. The repetitive rumbling rhythm of running set in as he continued. The sound of his shoes slapping against the hot, hole-riddled pavement calmed him down slightly. While he ran, he started formulating a plan. Here we go. He decided to find his way home. He would find his way home and then talk to his father about what had happened. As he turned around to try to get his bearings of where he was, he heard the thundering sound of hundreds of people running behind him. As he turned, he saw what looked like an army charging towards him, all of them wearing raid armor with the letters GRU written across them. Like a swarm of wraiths, they descended upon him. They tied him down. Bart stood no chance against these tough, trained, tight-knitted teams. He felt a sharp pain in his arm, and before everything went dead, he thought, I wish you were dead.
Question.
Yes.
What?
Because,
What does GRU stand for?
Guard Retrieval Unit.
Group.
In this universe, people with superpowers are called guards.
I said
G-A-R-T-E.
I'm a Gru agent.
It just so happens it is.
I'm an agent.
Did you intentionally?
No. I was like, I'll do this. Hey, it says screw.
I'm an agent of Gru.
Yo, are you one of his minions? Can I get an autograph? No, please.
Boom. Headshot.
So, guys,
One more Facebook mum eliminated.
what did you think about this kid with not good thoughts killing people with his mind control?
That was a bit funky chunky monkey.
That wasn't a superpower.
What?
That was creative mode.
So I heard all your alliterations at the end. I'm assuming you were like writing your story and you're like, oh wait, I need to do these, and then you just wrote all of them. Yeah.
Sort of. I had a couple at the start. So, my horrible Scottish accent,
Yeah, that was a thing.
Hello, laddies and lassies.
Oh god, that was terrible.
I should have said something like, your wee one is a bit penis.
What the f- Yo, wee one is a bit penis. What's that got to do with being Scottish?
The word sounds
You
Scottish.
should have just been drunk.
Penis.
I should have been drunk.
Bruh.
Had some mead. Anyway, so that was a thing. Yeah, I obviously had the theme, mind control, epic. I had 3 siblings. I had a lot of siblings.
Smelly.
Paint, the flies, and then wraiths. Alliterations.
Lemmings.
The lemmings. They're jumping out the window like lemmings.
What, lemmings don't jump out windows, do they?
They jump off cliffs.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Did you like his name? Bartholomew Rectingtine.
No.
What does that mean?
It's just a random thing I came up with.
Bruh.
It sounds like you were being sad.
That probably
Yes.
was. So we've got the chalk alliteration, shrill, sharp, scratch.
My favorite part was Gru.
And then we have, bumbling, busting, barnacle.
Which is a bit sus.
Why are the barnacles?
Yeah, why are they barnacles? I feel like you were trying to do Captain Haddock a little bit, and then you were
No.
like, I'm just gonna do some random B words and end it with barnacles.
Yeah.
Captain Haddock, but he drunk.
Wait, but that's just Captain Haddock.
I know.
Um,
He drunk on vodka.
What?
And
So it's a
then
Russian Haddock?
Yes. So he doesn't.
the, hot, hole-riddled
Pavement.
pavement. And then,
But why is it hard?
because it's concrete. Because it's concrete.
Why is it hard?
It's concrete. What do you mean? And then the tough, trained, tight-knitted teams. That's 4.
Trained.
Ah, if it's a train something.
Yeah, I did it, guys. I achieved.
Whomth go next?
Mr. Geralde, Lord of Short Stories.
I don't know.
That was very helpful.
Yep.
Eric should go, but he's not here. So
And he didn't even write
Lucas
a
can
story.
go.
Yay, I'm going now.
Haha.
It was just an average day at work for Kevin. He worked at a small art exhibition in the center of town. He guided people around the paintings, explaining their origins and artists while children giggled at their parents. Look at that one's face! People probably only came because it was cheap. On a particularly slow day, Kevin was eating lunch in the break room. Suddenly, he got a sharp pain in his ear. Ah! Kevin winced and put a finger to his ear. When he pulled his finger back, there was a mosquito on his finger, flat as a pancake. Then his ear began throbbing and thundering tremendously. His ear rang like someone had let off a flashbang. He didn't really know what a flashbang was like, but it's what he he didn't really know what a flashbang was, but it's what he imagined it would be like. You alright, Kevin? Kevin's manager had just walked in. Yeah, I'm fine. Kevin got up from the small table and walked past his manager out into the hall. He knew there was a business meeting happening down the hall, and they had been asked not to be interrupted, so he went the long way around. But as he started walking, he heard a voice coming from beside him. Well, firstly, it's quite big, which is excellent, because if it were really small, microscopic, then hardly anybody would be able to see it, which would be a tremendous shame. Oh, good lord. They put Bumbling Baby Man Bean on it. It's supposed to be a large sale, too. Kevin ran to the end of the hall and gently opened the door. Dr. Bean, a word, please? Glares from everyone in the room. Hello! Bean waddles out of the room. Bean, you need to go home. Dr. Bean looks puzzled. Teddy's missing. Bean lets out a howl of despair and runs to his car, which happens to be parked in the foyer. I think it was the Reliant Regal robbers, Kevin adds. A growl from around the corner. Perfect. He probably won't check his house till he's turned over every Reliant in Britain. Kevin walks easily down the hall and back to the open door. Sorry everyone, Dr. Bean has had to leave for a family emergency. Kevin turns to see Barry walking past, checking paintings from a list. But Barry here, Kevin says as he pulls him into the room, happens to know a whole lot about this painting, don't you? Barry's pale as a sheet. Good man. Kevin shuts the door on Barry and walks back down the hall. He notices some slick, streaky tire tracks leading to the door. Hopefully, Bean's bright, boisterous Mini doesn't run down any pedestrians. And that's the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really know what to do for that one, so I just included Mr. Bean and that was the main focal point.
Superpower exactly?
He could, so the meeting was happening in a closed room down the hall, and he could hear it as if it was next to him. He had super hearing for like 3 seconds, pretty much.
It's super hearing because of the mosquito.
Yes, it's a magic mosquito.
It was carrying
it was
It got the swollen ear disease.
Yes, and like it makes you super hearing for some reason.
Your ears go boom.
Yeah. Accent. Good job.
Yeah, I tried to do a Mr. Bean accent. It didn't work very
Good,
well.
that's good. It was better than mine. Better attention. I think everyone's would be better than mine.
Yeah, so accents, the
Alliterations.
The alliterations. One of them had an and in it, because it wouldn't make sense if I just did a comma. I feel like it was
It should be okay. I think it's fine. I don't really care what Eric thinks. He's not here.
Throbbing and thundering tremendously. That was the first one. Then there was Bumbling Baby Man Bean.
No.
Reliant Regal Robbers.
Counting those Regal robbers.
Streaky. Some slick, streaky tire tracks. And Bean's bright, boisterous Mini. And then the some of these were. Oh yeah, the flashbang. It was like a flashbang. It's mosquito as flat as his finger was as flat as a pancake. That's the other one.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah.
10 out of 10 had Mr. Bean and Teddy in it.
I have to go now.
Oh, why?
Okay.
Because it's my turn.
Oh damn. Sucks to suck, I guess. Go, child, do it.
A long summer's day, hot, and I was sweaty. A lot of my friends had left me. They all are fancy and are well-known superheroes. But alas, my powers suck. Jimmy Jan McGee got the power to go to the Shadow Realm. Ernie got the power to be Duckman and could summon a tsunami of rubber duckies to appear whenever he laughed. Gregory got the ability to summon a mechanical bear from a pocket dimension. but I got stupid powers. The ability to teleport to the nearest empty tomato sauce bottle. I was having a nice day at the park when suddenly a group of masked evildoers appeared. The peculiar picnic pitcher, aka Yogi Bear, with his basket nabber 5000, aka his hand. The vile violinist, with his violin of victory. Professor Pineapple, with their pineapple-powered pain producer. And finally, the worst of them all, Van Stop. He causes vehicles to stutter and cease. Who will foil the plans of these four foul fiends? Friends, foes, flapjacks. No need to fight. We can all get along if you simply hand us your picnic baskets. I promise nobody will get hurt, exclaimed Yogi. I couldn't do anything to stop him. Luckily, I was basketless, and these fiendish foes approached me and demanded for my basket. I replied with, "But Mr. Creepy Geyser, me no has basket. I lost it in a convenient car crash, only I survived." This bear thunked a real long thunk, and finally said, "Is that so?" Then explained this. He handed me one of the baskets they had taken from a random civilian, and demanded that I give it to him or this person dies. Yogi had grabbed a person who was chilling and held them tight while baring his teeth. Screams from the hostage were getting more panicky when I said dillygaff. I then proceeded to eat the basket's food. Yogi stared at me in horror as I ate the crustless PB&J. Once I had finished eating and all the food in the basket was gone, I smiled at him like Mr. Krabs when he sees money. I handed the basket to him. Yogi was speechless. He looked at me and then the basket and burst into tears. He let go of the hostage and cried because of his picnicless fears. "You shall be reduced to nothing like my cooking," exclaimed Van Stop. Your ears will shatter and will crumble into ruin after you hear my violin's violent vocals, the vile violinist. The vile violinist shall be victorious, exclaimed the vile violinist. You lot are as useless as cucumbers in an oil refinery, sighed Professor Pineapple. He armed his weapon and got ready to blast, but it was quick and it was fast, like a lightning bolt racing to the ground. I teleported from the evil's grasp, leaving them to do nothing but gasp. And that, officer, is how they found me when I found my body in a recycling bin.
Vincent Van Stop.
It wasn't even Vincent Van Stop, it was just Van Stop.
I know, but like, I don't know why that got me.
And the worst of them all, Van Stop.
No, Yogi Bear, I can't believe he was a villain. Damn.
He's been a villain.
Oh yes.
He's always been a criminal. He's
Yeah,
like
but he
stolen
wasn't
people's
like
food.
he wasn't like
A mafia boss.
mafia.
Yeah. Yogi just like kidnaps someone and then just goes, just hands you a basket just to ask for the basket back.
And then you say no and eat it.
no.
I love the duck tsunami superpower.
Yeah. Only got the best superpower.
Yo.
So,
Superpower. Yeah.
superpower, you can teleport to empty sauce bottle. Let's go.
That's how I ended up in a recycling bin.
It was tomato sauce, right?
Yeah. Empty tomato sauce bottles.
Not just any tomato sauce.
Not tomato sauce cans, no. Tomato sauce bottles.
And it has to be tomato sauce, not like mustard or anything.
Yep.
And then there was the alliterations.
Alliterations, which were, there was 5, right?
Yeah. And similes, if it's easier to do them at the same time.
The peculiar picnic pitcher. Pineapple powered pain producer. 4 foul fiends. There was convenient car crash. And then there was.
I think you've got more than 5 because I
Yeah.
heard a lot of
There was
repetition.
the violent vocals.
Yeah, okay, so that's more than 5. You can stop now.
No, we
Where are
must
the
keep
similes?
going.
We need the
The
similes.
similes.
Yes.
There was lightning, like fast like a lightning bolt.
Yeah.
There was useless as cucumbers in the oil refinery. There was Mr. Crab, like Mr. Crab when he sees money.
Yoink.
And I'm pretty sure the accent was like the violinist and Van Stop.
No, only the violinist
Yeah.
was accent.
Shit, I thought you were doing like Italian yogi bit.
No, that was a joke.
No, you should have done it. It would have been great.
So, lads, how do we feel about Eric existing?
I feel bad. I have a question about your character's superpower. Like, is it just the nearest tomato can?
Yes, the nearest.
It's not a can.
It's not okay. The nearest tomato sauce.
But what if there are 2 that are like equal different distance to them?
Then it goes. Then I teleport to one, and then I teleport to the next one.
Just instantly?
Yeah. Let's go.
No way, bro.
I just start teleporting between them until one of them goes a little bit further away, and then I go to that.
Just
First
infinitely teleporting.
I mean, honestly, I don't think we're gonna need to vote, but vote for the best. Boy, I wonder which is the best, eh, Alex?
Yes. Definitely.
I vote Alex.
Really?
Oh damn. Okay.
Good
Well,
group.
I vote Jared.
I vote Gru because
Okay, Alex, who do you vote?
I vote. To be honest, both of your stories are good. You also
Really?
had Mr. Bean in it.
Is that the only thing that was good in my story? That's the reason you like it, is because Mr. Bean.
Yes, and Teddy.
Hello.
Hello.
So what's better, Yogi Bear and his mafia crew, or Mr. Bean?
I think it's pretty obvious.
No, but which one did I enjoy? Me.
Man. Come on, Alex.
Okay, yeah, Jared.
Yeah. Thank you.
Why
do you say?
Why do you look unhappy?
Van. I spelled Van Stop as Van, but with an extra N, and
Vane.
Stop, but it's got a U in it.
So stop.
No, it was like STOUP.
No.
So-
Stove.
Stoop. Von Stoop.
Van Stop.
Von Stoop.
I mean, that is because of the opposite of go is stop. Right? That's right. Yeah. And that's why I was laughing so.
Von
His powers were just like, car? No.
No car.
Well, no.
He has the power to turn vehicles off.
Was he the one who caused the
The convenient car crash.
Maybe.
Alright, lads. So
The
anything.
only reason he's in the crew is because of car chase. And he just looks at the cop cars and suddenly they're not chasing them anymore.
Oh.
Why were they getting picnic baskets? Is Yogi Bear the boss?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Is the pineapple powered pain producer a sign with a pineapple on it?
No, it's a gun.
Yo,
Damn.
I wonder how long it took Yogi to create his, picnic napper 5000. It takes so long to make a hand. 5,000 attempts, to make a hand.
Never.
Can you make a hand? I didn't think so.
I've already made
Yeah.
two.
His
That-
basket never. His basket never 5,000.
Okay, his hands.
I love how nobody else all the other guys in the park just like. Seems legit.
Yeah. just a bear and his crew stealing picnic
Just a talking bear and a gang of weird-looking criminals
picnic basket.
just stealing.
Where were the
baskets.
other superheroes, bro? Where was the person who could go to the Shadow Realm? How does going to the Shadow Realm help?
I never said he could go back from the shit. Yo, I got this cool power, guys. How do I go back?
Where was Ego Ryu and definitely not Freddy Fazbear?
He was busy fighting. I'm sorry. He's probably busy playing video games.
Or fighting Roxanne?
Nah.
Why Roxanne?
Because,
He's playing video games.
Stop, keep your fanfics out of this, Alex.
I
I
said
don't
fuck.
want to know about
bro,
this.
Gregory absolutely demolished her, bro.
Ernie doesn't use his powers for good. He uses his powers for bath time.
Yeah, just a tsunami.
Just tsunami of rubber duckies.
Nah, that's the most overpowered superpower I've ever heard of.
Tsunami of duckies.
So, lads, anything else to add?
Yes, or who is being bullied.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I thought we weren't allowed to vote for him, but I mean,
Yeah,
fair
but he
enough.
hasn't been here for like 10 years.
Nah.
Nah, the obvious choice is the person who basically always gets in.
Lucas.
Damn.
Damn, my story was so bad.
Then
And you hate me today.
it wasn't that bad. It was just it didn't have Gru in it.
Damn.
Oh,
But I had Mr.
Nah.
Bean though.
Okay,
I
and it didn't have Gru in it.
I should have had the superpower of summoning the minions.
No, I don't like the minions.
That's why you're face.
I don't like the overgrown Tic Tac.
I had Tic Tacs once that were minions.
It tasted like banana.
Yeah, they did. It tasted really weird.
Wait,
Especially
is
if they
that-
went off, because then it was like the really. You know when you get the really old, tough Fruit Burst bananas ones?
yeah.
Yeah, that's what it tasted like.
But like,
Have you had the Simpsons Tic Tacs? They were yellow as well.
No, I haven't.
They were the Simpsons Tic Tacs, and they were yellow,
Mm,
like the mini ones.
mm.
Except it was assorted flavors. So you got a container of them, and they were either Marge, Homer, Bart, Lisa, or Maggie. Yeah. Bart's was bubblegum flavor. Homer was donut. Marge was
donut flavor.
yeah.
Tac.
Um,
Tic Tac's meant to be like mints.
yeah. And then Marge was blueberry, and
Yes.
Maggie was what's it called, banana.
Baby food.
Can't remember what Lisa was. I think Lisa was strawberry. But they were all yellow.
Does that
So
mean
you could-
wait? Does that
They
mean,
only had their faces on them, so like.
does that mean the minions were like cannibals if they taste like bananas?
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
No. Ho ho. Anyway.
Is that it? We all good?
Well, yeah, because, you know, it would have been longer, but Eric didn't have a story because he's lazy.
I mean, we're coming up on 30 minutes, which is our usual time.
I know, but it's because we've lagged for like 10 years talking about Tic
Also,
Tacs.
I know.
also laughing. Funny.
Hee hee ha.
Laughs at my character's name.
Guys,
I knew that was gonna make you laugh.
Why?
Well,
How did you know?
because
because it's obvious. Your sense of humor is
Your
very.
sense of humor.
You're predictable.
fans stop.
Yeah, okay. Thanks for coming, guys. We'll see you guys next week. Maybe depends when we edit and release it, aka Lou and Lucas does it.
Yeah. We
Where's
might
this-
need to leave like the last 2 weeks for me to edit. Play that funky music.